I declare this congregation open. Good afternoon. My name is Alistair Burt and I have the honour to be the Pro-Chancellor of Lancaster University. So to members of the university, guests and especially all of you graduating here today, it's an enormous pleasure to be able to welcome you all to what is a very special occasion. We're thrilled to be able to have this celebration, and it feels particularly special to be here to mark your achievements. It's not been an easy time to be a student in recent years. We're still working through the consequences of COVID, with its impact on individuals and institutions, and some will remember the disruption to university and the college life you might have expected on arrival just a few years ago. Lancaster University is also no island immune from domestic and international politics, nor market forces or government pressures. So we've endured also the buffeting of those events which affect how higher education is seen and experienced. They are continuing to do so. The university is acutely conscious of such pressures upon our students, our academic and professional staff from these different directions, and we will continue to do all we can to mitigate them. You've all come through so much, so today is undoubtedly about you. We're very aware that you may have had to overcome unprecedented challenges of your own in order to complete your degree. Your graduation is a testament to your own resilience and determination, and of course, the support from your tutors, families, and friends, who I know will be feeling justifiably proud of you all today. We're here today to celebrate the achievements of our students from the County College and PhD graduates from the Faculty of Health and Medicine and the University of Cumbria. I would also like to make special mention of our Chancellor's Medal winner, Nathan David Dixon, as well as our honorary degree recipient, Professor Susan Gathercole, about whom we will hear more later. I'm very pleased to welcome you all to today's ceremony. Now, degree ceremonies, while formal occasions, are events to be enjoyed, so I will encourage you all to applaud our graduates enthusiastically at the appropriate times during the ceremony. Let me be very clear what I have just told you. That is your license to make noise. This is a day of celebration, and I dare say for some of you that will extend well into the night. To friends and families in particular, particularly those who put their phones away, think of all that you've been through in order to get these people here. If that isn't worth a whoop, I don't know what is. Thank you very much. You will have the occasion to repeat the whoop later. There are no easy degrees at Lancaster. Every single one has to be earned through commitment, dedication, and sheer hard work. So today we celebrate the fact that each of you has proven that you not only have the intelligence, but you also have the resilience and determination to rise to a challenge. Graduation ceremonies recognize the significant commitment that you have given to your studies and your chosen field. The steps taken across this stage are symbolic of the hard work you've put in and the exciting new opportunities that lie ahead for you. And just a word about that. Enjoy your walk. Take your time. Some of you will come back and you will do the walk again on another occasion. Others won't. But for today, there's no hurry here. Take your time, enjoy the walk. It's all about you. Today marks the end of an era for you, but also a new beginning. As alumni of Lancaster University, you're joining a community of thousands of Lancaster graduates from virtually every country in the world. a network which we hope will provide support, advice and friendship throughout your lives. Please do keep in touch, and that's not a throwaway comment, we really mean it. It will matter to you in years to come. Look around you right now, those sitting beside you. Who will you cross the world to meet up with again in years to come? Because you will. It's nearly 50 years since I went to university, and I would still go anywhere to meet my friends. Our students and graduates are amongst our finest ambassadors. Our alumni and career networks will support you forever, and you will be a valuable part of them. Our hope is that wherever your future takes you, you will continue to represent your alma mater by becoming engaged in your local communities, helping us build our reputation as a world-leading institution and changing the world for the better. When and where will we hear about you again? Because we will. While you're doing that, we'll be working hard to keep up our end of the bargain and secure the enduring value of the qualification you've completed. Let me touch briefly on why Lancaster University is, and it will remain, a continually strong calling card for you in your careers to come. We're ranked in the top 12 across all 3 major league tables, including in the top 10 in the latest Complete University Guide 2026 out of 130 universities in the country. Results from Lancaster's Economic and Social Impact Report demonstrate the incredible impact of our university. Our annual impact, for example, on the UK economy is estimated at £2 billion, and studies continue to make clear that graduate earnings show an advantage over non-graduate financial reward. We're working hard to make our university more sustainable, with a giant wind turbine and a planned solar farm, and we're one of the highest producers of renewable energy amongst UK universities. Beyond that, our community is committed to tackling the climate emergency by embedding sustainability into all areas of university life. Many of our academics work on globally significant sustainability projects, and our curriculum continues to centre teaching events around world crises and places where we can make a difference. And in 2024, we were ranked first in the world for sustainability governance. Lancaster, as a civic university, has a firm commitment to our city and region. From the doctors in our hospitals to the energy and innovation of our spin-out companies, Lancaster University makes a huge impact. We're proud to be part of the team that's bringing the Eden Project to Morecambe and developing the Morecambe Bay curriculum, a unique curriculum designed to equip children and young people not only with the skills for themselves, but also the skills they need to look after the planet. Our excellence is revealed right across the disciplinary mix and enables us to bring our research communities together to deliver answers to the world's complex problems. Lancaster's strengths in research, teaching, and investment in the student experience reflect our enduring commitment to all. Lancaster is and will remain a university that's open to the world. We have a network of overseas campuses: China, Germany, Ghana, Malaysia, and Indonesia, in addition to our regional partnerships in the UK. Our campuses form a key part of our global community, with 1/3 of our undergraduate students studying overseas, supported with a strong mobility programme to equip our graduates to become truly global citizens. There are now more than 8,000 students studying for a Lancaster degree outside the UK. Here in Lancaster, we're particularly proud of the fact that we welcome students from more than 140 countries, and our staff come from all corners of the world, even Yorkshire. The rich diversity here on campus not only brings huge benefits educationally, but it prepares all of our students for life in an increasingly global and connected society. Finally, let me return to you again. Success, in whatever form it takes, is inherently about people. Behind each successful individual is a team of family, friends, colleagues working together to help us achieve our dreams and aspirations. On this special day, we should take a moment to recognise a contribution they have made. Their support and encouragement has, I'm sure, made a real difference at vital moments over the years to you. It's wonderful that so many of your friends and family can be here with us today, so let us show our appreciation of each other and those who've helped you get here. So today you join a special community. Ours is a community that expresses the very best of today's world. High achievers, great thinkers, top leaders, people who are making a difference in communities local and global, in industry, in charity, in private companies and in public service. You come from different backgrounds and will end up living and working in very different locations, but in the end, you are part of a community all bound together by the common history of Lancaster. So when you leave here, take something of Lancaster with you. Memories, of course, the friends you've made, the tutors you've met, the knowledge you've gained, what you've learned from your studies. But above all, what we hope you take away from Lancaster is what you've learned about yourselves. That if you persevere, it does pay off. If you follow your dreams, you can achieve great things. You don't need me to tell you that the world you're entering into is challenging in every respect. You have not been equipped here to make do, to see things that need change and leave it to other people, to go about your life quietly and inoffensively. You've been encouraged to think for yourselves, to believe in your own judgments, and to challenge what you know can be done better in whatever field you will grace. Just what is it you are going to do with your one wild and precious life? We can't wait to find out. It's one of life's ironies, of which, trust me, there are many, that the apex of one achievement is but the landing platform for the next. Each of you have proved that you have what it takes to make a success of life, that if you persevere, it pays off. If you follow your dreams, you can rise to a higher level. So be of good courage. And in the world in which you're entering, remember, above all, always, to do what you can with what you've got where you are. Do what you can with what you've got where you are. Congratulations once again. We wish you all the best for your future, whatever path you choose to take. Thank you very much.
Please may all Doctor of Philosophy graduates from the Faculty of Health and Medicine stand if they are able to do so. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the Faculty of Health and Medicine who are worthy to receive higher degrees of the university. For each of the graduates, I'll be reading the full name by the thesis title, so please hold off your applause until I've read the full thesis title. Thank you. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Ola Ama Sadeldin Abdel Fattah, Coaching into Wellbeing, a realist synthesis of coaching interventions in organization contexts. Nora Talal Al-Sharif, the role of self-management of emotions and test anxiety in the academic performance. Sangeetha Niraja Babu Manoharan, exploring the potential impact of immersive virtual reality on older adults' well-being. John Bakita Byabagambi, a mixed method study on sustaining donor-supported HIV prevention services. Lindsay Cardwell, the lived experience of home care workers caring for people at end of life. Charisse K. Carter, interrelations between symbolic and social cognitive domains in autistic and neurotypical children. Isaac Chiparko, analysis of the impact of sexual and reproductive health interventions among African young people. Fahad Debayan, automatically identifying code features for software vulnerability prediction using AST token vectors. Lauren Jade Fothergill, impact of proactive telecare on independence, health and well-being in older adults. Emma Louise Gardiner, the impact of interferon-stimulated genes in the pathobiology of influenza A viruses. Alex Christopher Garner, utilizing and developing methods for routinely collected data in health research. Claire Alexandra Hilton, development of the carer adaptation and resilience scale for carers of those with psychosis. Mark Peter Mascari, blood-brain barrier imaging in cerebral small vessel disease. Pona Morali, identification of novel anti-aging genes using Drosophila melanogaster as a model. Amber Lydia Reed, investigating the epidemiology of schistosomiases along the southern shoreline of Lake Malawi. Shona Isabel Shankland, the use of Raman spectroscopy to detect bone chemistry changes with aging in the human skeleton. Ken Chimuvashawa, effects of ill health and health shocks on labour market outcomes. Salomis Salomu, the association of diet quality with the mental health of university students. Thomas Young, modulation of the immune system by catalytically inactive single-stranded oligonucleotides. Please may all Doctor of Philosophy graduates from the Faculty of Health and Medicine stand if they are able to do so.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of the Faculty of Health and Medicine the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please, may all Doctor of Philosophy graduates from the University of Cumbria stand if they're able to do so. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the University of Cumbria who are worthy to receive higher degrees of the university. As before, I'll read the name of the graduate and the thesis title. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Charlotte Hardacre, the evaluation of parental engagement and family learning programmes. Ruby Iqbal, intersectional disadvantages within the recognition of interpersonal violence. Patricia Sophia Jean Elizabeth Laynor, Nan Shepherd's The Living Mountain in Painting Practice, an eco-critical analysis. Please may all Doctor of Philosophy graduates from the University of Cumbria stand if they are able to do so.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of the University of Cumbria the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please may all the County College graduates who have completed the following degrees stand if they're able to do so. Master of Languages, Master in Science, and Bachelor of Arts. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of County College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Master of Languages, Emma Jane Bell. Jack Hayden Shires. For the degree of Master in Science, Darcy L. McDonnell. Heidi Jude Taylor. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, George Andrew Adamson. Lucy Jade Adamson. Benjamin James Alderson. Abdullahi Madilahi A.A. Ali. Katja Grace Anderson. Olivia Mary Anthon. Esme Catherine Sally Archer. George Louise Atkinson. Bemisola Rachel Ayo Vaughan. Alistair James Bailey. Amber May Bannon. Amy Louise Barlow. Millie Lauren Barnes. Sophia Anastasia Bathily. Malgorzata Begsa. Eloise May Bayot. Molly May Bohannon. Sarah Bond. James Lawrence Bristow. Alexander Zacharias Brogan. Bethany Louise Brown. Danielle Marie Bergam. Jacob Lee Byrne. Octave Louis Michel Correa. Ruby Cascarina. Jessica Ann Cassidy. Finton Lyle Chan. Po Ying Chan. Eva Lily Chatton. Q Shannon Chow. Jiaren Felicia Chu. Jonathan Allen Coleman. Alexander John Coles. Naomi Esther Cook. Nathan David Dixon. Elizabeth Sophie Cooper. Ryan William Cove Burrell. Emma Louise Craig. Jessica Jane Crawley. Philip David John Crowdy. Amos Matthew Curtis. Freya Paula DiMarchi. Megan Isabel Doty. Freya Isabella Doyle. Alice Kate Dyer. Oliver John Earnshaw. Zach Ramiz Ul Edmondson. Kaylee Victoria Edwards. Charlie Ellis. Ahinoa Esono Mange. Kai Maynard Essam Eldin Helmi Ahmed Saad. Erin Emily Evans. Millie Roseanne Farnell. Marta Ferreira Baez. Daniel Fletcher. Gracie Neve Flynn. Hannah Louise Ford. Elizabeth Faith Fraser Doyle. Jamie Ann Galley. Olivia Jane Gill. Callum George Gunning. Jake Dawson Hafizullah. Maddie Elise Hammond. Lily Gabriella Hardiker. Amelia Beth Hill. Thomas Edward Hill. Holly Marie Hotchkiss. Aaron Robert Marriott Hodson. Alicia Holleran. Sadia Hussain. Emily Elizabeth Hubbard. Eve Grace Christine Hyman. Alice Alexandra Jackson. Thomas David Jackson. Callum Edmund Jones. Ho Yan Chu. Joshua Stephen Jones. Lila Jasmine Kalra. Anna Elizabeth Kendrick. Riona Rose Khan. Azaria Geremu Kidane. Rory John Joseph Kirk. Zoe Emma Leah Wilson. Saffron Rebecca Latham. Joshua Lee. Amber Lynn. Madison Looker. Yu Ching Ma. Sylvie Maisha Kondoka. Martha Daisy Page. Dina Elia Mason. Thomas Oliver Maudsley. Thomas Christian McClatchy. Elizabeth Lauren McCoy. Jessica Alice McCrory. Phoebe Elizabeth McGurran. Phoebe Grace Greta Middlebrook. Georgia Charlie Mitchell. Aidan Alexander Morris. Aisha Munir. Lily Kate Nicholson. Orla Catherine O'Donnell. Jia Yi On. Jessica Kate Owen. Madeline Rai Parkhouse. Mia Ella Patterson. Olivia Inez Pawlowska. Rosie Alice Pearman. Daniel Robert Pegg. Joseph John Anthony Peters. Thomas William Porter. Abigail Helen Lily Price. Cara Hannah Proud. Olivia Louise Pybus. Veronica Radziszewska. Jessica Johanna Maisie Rankin. Louis Clarence James Reynolds. Keely Emma Harriet Ribchester. Benedict William Ring. Amelia Rachel Rowe. Ana Maria Rosa Sequeira Martins. Ruby Rose. Joseph Kurt Saunders. Josephine Rachel Schofield. Catherine Elizabeth Scott. Olivia Jane Sergeson. Thomas James Sharrock. Lila Rose Shuttler. Gareth John Stott. Emily May Skull. Lindsay Eloise Sliders. Sophie Alex Smith. William Bradley Maurice Squire. Holly Lucy Stockill. Matilda Jasmine Thomas Lowe. Grace Naomi Thompson. Madeline Rosanna Thorpe. Eleanor Ann Tobin. Finley Trevartha Smith. Hei Ji Zhang. Charlotte Amanda Urquhart. Noah Fergal Verhoog. Eve Sarah Waters. Kate Alice Watson. Natalia Faye Wells. Jessica Jade Wibley. Alexandria Christine White. Callum Philip Wilkinson. Emmy Helena Wilson. Robin Jane Woods. Zhenyu Yi. Christina Smith. Please may all County College graduates who have completed the following degrees stand if they are able to do so. Master of Languages, Master in Science, and Bachelor of Arts.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of County College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I here present to you Professor Susan Gathercole for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Susan Gathercole is a cognitive psychologist specialising in human memory, particularly short-term and working memory, systems for passively and actively maintaining information in mind over a brief period. Her work has made major contributions to our understanding of these abilities in children and adults, as well as to the application of these findings in education. Over a stellar research career spanning 40 years, she has published more than 180 articles in leading international journals, numerous book chapters, and several books. She is a world-leading expert in cognitive and developmental psychology. Born in Macclesfield, Professor Gathercole gained her first degree in psychology at the University of York in 1979, followed by a PhD at City University London in 1983. She held postdoctoral positions at the University of Oxford and the MRC Applied Psychology Unit in Cambridge before taking up her first lectureship here at Lancaster University in 1988. 5 years later, she moved to the University of Bristol, then to the University of Durham in 2001, before returning to York in 2006 as Professor of Psychology. From 2011 to 2018, she served as Director of the MRC Cognition and Brain Sciences Unit, formerly the Applied Psychology Unit. Founded in 1944 to apply psychology to urgent national challenges, the unit has evolved into one of the world's foremost centres for research on the mind and brain. In its long and esteemed history, the unit has had only 9 directors, and Professor Gathercole was the first woman to occupy this prestigious role. As already mentioned, Professor Gathercole began her academic career here at Lancaster University, alongside her then husband, Martin Conway. During this period, they made 2 major contributions to the field of memory research that are especially notable. The first was the establishment of the International Conference on Memory, whose inaugural meeting was held in Lancaster in 1991 and attracted a wide international audience. This event became the leading global conference on memory, with Susan and Martin serving as lead organisers for subsequent meetings in Padua, Valencia and Sydney, establishing themselves as key figures in the international memory research community. The second was the founding of the journal Memory in 1993, co-founded by Susan and Martin. The journal quickly gained an international reputation as a forum for high-quality research across cognitive psychology, neuropsychology, and developmental psychology, and it continues to flourish today. Across her career, Professor Gathercole has made fundamental contributions to psychological theory. She worked extensively with Professor Alan Badley, co-creator with Professor Graham Hitch of the most influential theory of working memory, the working memory model. This model served as the theoretical backdrop for much of Professor Gathercole's work, and she has done much to clarify its functioning, particularly by studying the developmental trajectory of its hypothesized components in children and how these are affected in individuals with developmental disorders. One of her earliest and most significant contributions was to show that the phonological loop, a component associated with verbal short-term memory, is a language learning device that plays a crucial role in supporting vocabulary acquisition in young children. Where Professor Gathercole has especially shone is in her use of cognitive psychology to solve important practical problems. An early discovery that set the tone for much of her career was the observation that the single best predictor of a child's current and future academic achievement is their working memory. Her research consistently showed that children with relatively poor working memory struggle across nearly all areas of classroom learning, including reading and maths. Such children are frequently inattentive, failing to follow instructions or complete tasks because they forget critical information. Professor Gathercole developed rigorous standardised tests for assessing working memory in children, including the Working Memory Test Battery for Children published in 2001, which has been widely used by educationalists and researchers to diagnose and understand working memory difficulties. This led to a programme of work identifying how these learning difficulties might be overcome. One approach involved applying principles of cognitive psychology to the classroom to provide guidance on reducing working memory load. These principles are now widely adopted by educational professionals to improve learning. A second approach was a rigorous research programme using randomised controlled trials to examine the impact of working memory training for children with memory difficulties. This work has established that cognitive training can indeed lead to sustained improvements in working memory performance. Professor Gathercole has received numerous awards and honours in recognition of her outstanding contributions to psychology. She was awarded the British Psychological Society's Spearman Medal in 1989 for distinguished early career contributions to psychology, and in 2007 received the Society's President's Award for distinguished contributions to psychological knowledge. In 2014, she was elected a Fellow of the British Academy for her pioneering work on developmental disorders in cognition and their educational implications. 2 years later, she was appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire for services to psychology and education. Personally, what I admire most about Professor Gathercole is her firm belief that cognitive psychologists should not only develop sound theories, but also apply them to solve important real-world problems. This reflects a tradition of psychological inquiry shaped by some of the best cognitive psychologists the UK has produced, a tradition in which Professor Gathercole rightfully belongs. Her dual commitment to theory and application may be her most enduring legacy at Lancaster University, where it continues to shape the way we teach psychology undergraduates. Finally, I would be remiss not to acknowledge the many PhD students, postdoctoral researchers and collaborators whose careers have flourished under her mentorship, and the countless children whose educational outcomes have improved thanks to the classroom interventions developed by Professor Gathercole and her team. Pro-Chancellor, it is a privilege and an honour to present to you, on behalf of the Senate, Professor Susan Gathercole, who is eminently worthy of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Well, congratulations. Read a bit first. By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Pro-Chancellor, fellow members of the University and honoured guests, I'm so delighted to receive this honour. Lancaster is a very, very special place for me. I held my first university position here in 1988 as a lecturer in psychology. It was a wonderful place to be, a vibrant community. Staff took great pleasure in helping their students flourish, and the students were fully engaged in their departments, their colleges, the student union, and the university. I commend the university for maintaining this sense of community to this day and its very high academic standards. Despite expanding in every direction, it still shows the same unswerving commitments to the quality of student experience and in providing a fair and inclusive education for all. It also, remarkably, continues to bring in the most passionate staff who think the same way. But fellow graduates, today is all about your achievements. Congratulations to you all. Your degree is the culmination of many, many years of hard work. You should feel as proud of yourself as the loved ones who are sat behind you celebrating your success. Some of you will already have the next steps in your life mapped out, guided by a clear idea of the direction that you'd like your future to take. Others, and quite possibly the majority of you, will not be so sure. So, from the far side of a long career, I'd like to share with you 2 pieces of advice that I've found invaluable in my life. The first is to enjoy what you do. Making the right career decisions and getting the right job as soon as possible isn't quite as important as it might seem. The one certainty is that your first job will not be your last, and the likelihood is that you'll need to move around to move on. In fact, many graduates don't even stay within a single career. Long after university, they make changes in professional direction to work in the areas that they've come across time to know that they will love and excel in. So how do you know, if necessary, when to change direction? I think the answer is quite simple. Make sure you're enjoying what you're doing enough to want to stay longer. If not, don't be afraid to move on. You've got a long working life ahead of you, and it's important to get it right. This approach worked really well for me. I held roles in 5 different universities and in the Medical Research Council. Experiencing different universities and environments, working with new colleagues and facing fresh challenges meant that my career remained stimulating and rewarding for over 40 years. The second piece of advice was given to me about 20 years ago. I was attending at the time a leadership training course for new heads of department. The advice came from Greg Dyke, who is a former chairman of the BBC. His advice to us all on this course was, don't try to look like the last bloke who had this job. They've appointed you because you're you. His choice of language sits slightly uncomfortably today, but as it happened, it chimed perfectly with me. I just started as the first female head of department in the 35 years that the department had been running. 4 of the previous heads were still there and had taught me as an undergraduate many years earlier. I looked and sounded different to most of the senior staff, and I didn't always share the same priorities. During the more testing times that inevitably come with leadership roles, this advice encouraged me to do what I thought was right and to be comfortable in doing it my own way. I believe that the same applies to any job at any stage in your career. Have the same confidence in yourself as those who appointed you. Be yourself and do your best. I wish you every success in the future. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of all us new graduates today, I thank you for the great honour the university has bestowed on us.
Please may all County College graduates who have completed the following degrees stand if they are able to do so. Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Laws. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of County College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Kate Megan Hikana Akano. Lucy Marie Brown. Lucy Jane Butler. Santani Cheng. Joshua Ayula Ayuluapo Ekundayo. Lucy Olivia Hardman. Keris Eleanor Harvey. Anna Clara Johnson. Anna Bronwyn Kernan. Bryony Suzanne King. Isabella Catherine Romani. Leo Stone. Anna Louise Williams. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Jasmeet Singh Arora. Shanaz Begum. Connor Daniel Buck. Catherine Emma Burke. Dante Angelo Burke Wallace. Janelle Folasade Vioris Coombs. Eleanor Corner Henderson. Olivia Rose Muriel Delph. Ashley Jennifer Eaton. Shona Elams. Jongkyu Fok. Gabby Rose Fox. Shannon Page Fulford. Grace Catherine Go. Frederick Emmanuel Harnish. Nicholas Oliver John Harrison. Lucy Ellen Irving. Michael Yishuan Zhang. Tyrese Paul Kawaya Kalungi. Lila Sky May Kelly. Elena Kichibekeva. Isabel Grace Kirtley. Louisa Hope Noble Lanka Colo. Jamie Lee. Sesehang Limbu. William John Lovett. Amy Florence Lunn. Halle Elizabeth Manwaring. Selma Maroof. Safa Mujahid. Kira Ella Elizabeth Oki. Mojo Lalua God's Favour Olusula Nii. Jessica Patel. Kianti Tinasha Sarah Subanda. Callum Liam Smith. Tahira Suta. Max Spencer Taylor. Zhongyin Cui. Jack Thomas Varley. Harvey David Wright. Please may all County College graduates who have completed the following degrees stand if they are able to do so. Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Laws.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of County College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present Nathan David Dixon, who is eligible to receive the Chancellor's Medal for Exceptional Merit in their programme of study.
That brings us to the end of the afternoon. Can I say, first of all, a very warm thank you to all of you. You took my advice to whoop and make noise literally, and I thought that created a lovely atmosphere, so thank you very much indeed. A warm thank you to our honorary graduate for your words and for your advice going forward, to be confident in what you do and be confident in yourselves, which I think is exactly what we want everybody from Lancaster to feel. Could I say a few words of thanks? Could I thank firstly our wonderful signer for her work this afternoon? Could I thank all those who make this ceremony go so smoothly with their efforts and their work, those who read out the names so professionally and so lengthily, and to say a very warm word of thanks for all those behind me who contribute so immensely to the success of those that you have entrusted us with their care. So thank you very much for all that. And to our wonderful musicians as well. Thank you very much indeed. So, if you would like to rise while I close the occasion officially. I now declare this congregation closed. Long may our university prosper. Thank you very much.